Psychologists say there are four major types of overthinking. But here's the part no one expects. The type you think you have is almost never the one you actually struggle with. And the most common and the most shocking type is at the very end. Watch carefully, because you might discover it's yours. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, I'm really glad you're here. We talk about the mind, healing, and becoming the strongest version of yourself. If your mind talks more than you do, if you can't sleep because your brain suddenly opens 500 tabs at 3 a.m., or if you replay conversations from years ago like they happened yesterday, this video is for you. And I want you to watch calmly without judgment. This isn't about calling you out. It's about helping you understand yourself. Because once you know your type of overthinking, you finally learn how to quiet your mind instead of fighting it. Let's begin. Psychologists say there are four major types of overthinking, and most people are a mix of two or even three. Let's find yours. Type 1, the what-if predictor. This is the kind of mind that constantly runs into the future, imagining every possible scenario before it even happens. Your brain becomes a movie theater that only plays worst-case outcomes. What if this goes wrong? What if that fails? What if something bad happens? And because of that, your behavior becomes all about preparation. You start planning everything 10 steps ahead, rehearsing conversations in your head, scanning for danger even when everything is actually okay. Deep down, your core fear isn't the future itself. It's losing control. And the signature belief that drives you is simple. If I prepare for every possible scenario, nothing will be able to hurt me. You're not trying to be dramatic. You're just trying to stay safe. Type 2, self-critic replayer. This is the thinker who doesn't live in the future. They live in the past. Your mind keeps replaying old memories, old mistakes, and old conversations like a loop you can't turn off. You find yourself analyzing every word you said, feeling guilty for tiny things, assuming everyone is judging you when they've already moved on. Your behavior becomes apologetic, overly cautious, and full of self-blame. At the core of this pattern is the fear of not being good enough. And the signature belief you hold without even realizing is, if I keep replaying my mistakes, I'll protect myself from repeating them. But instead of protecting you, it keeps you stuck. Type 3, the people-pleasing analyzer. This is the thinker who overthinks emotions, especially other people's. A simple okay text suddenly feels like rejection. A neutral tone becomes a sign that someone is upset with you. Your behavior turns into constant overchecking, reading between the lines, analyzing tone, worrying about being misunderstood, and taking responsibility for everyone else's mood. The core fear behind this is abandonment, the fear that if someone gets upset, they might leave. And your signature belief becomes, if everyone likes me, I will finally feel safe. But carrying the weight of everyone's emotions is something no human is meant to do. Type 4, the perfectionist overthinker. This thinker is trapped not by failure, but by the possibility of failure. You want everything to be flawless, and because of that, you end up delaying, avoiding, or endlessly editing your work. Your behavior looks like procrastination, but it's really self-protection. You set standards so high that even starting feels terrifying. Deep down, your core fear is the fear of failing, not in the task, but in the image you hold of yourself. And the signature belief that keeps you stuck is, if it isn't perfect, it's not worth doing. But perfection isn't protection, it's pressure. Now that we've gone through the four major types of overthinking, now, do you remember I mentioned the most common and the most shocking type that actually comes at the very end? Yes, that's the type that almost nobody talks about. The type that keeps you awake at night, making you wonder if something is wrong with you. And that is exactly what we're about to uncover. But here's the part that nobody expects. The most common type of overthinking? It's actually not any of the four I just talked about. It's the hidden fifth one, the overthinker who believes something is wrong with them. The one who lies awake at night thinking, why am I like this? Why can't I stop? What's broken in me? But listen to me carefully. You're not broken. You're protective. Your mind learned to survive long before you even realized you were surviving. When you felt unsafe, your brain adapted. When you felt judged, your brain analyzed. When you felt alone, your brain tried to stay ahead of pain. When you felt pressure, your brain tried to be perfect. Your overthinking wasn't the enemy, it was the armor you built when you didn't feel safe. And that is the shocking truth most people never hear. You never needed to be fixed. You just needed to be understood. If you watched till the end, tell me honestly, which thinker are you? Type it in the comments. What if predictor? Self-critic replayer? people-pleasing analyzer, perfectionist overthinker, or maybe even the hidden fifth type? Your answer might help someone else feel understood and help you finally put a name to what's been going on in your mind.